uncomfortable, Jay, did you feel being lowered? Like, what was going on with that shot?
You know, but you don't see, like, okay, well, number one, when I went to the mine that day, they had the mine shut down. That was in Cooper Pedy.
Yeah.
So they had this, that's in Australia, in Cooper Pedy, and I'm going down to the mine. They don't let you down there. That was just a friend of mine that he knew me, so he let me down there, and they were shut down that day. So what you don't see is I'm on that. Now, you saw I had that real nice vest on, so I'm trying not to get my vest dirty. Right, normally you'd go down there in coveralls and, you know, and crap, right?
It is a mine.
Yeah, it's a mine, right? And also my real hard hat doesn't look that good, right? That was one he gave me.
Is that your glam hard hat?
It was my
glam.
It was to take pictures, I swear. So anyway, it goes down. That was a Land Rover up there on top with a winch. He's got a winch on the front. That's how he let me down. and then, but what the thing is, I look like I'm off balance because I was trying not to get my jacket dirty.
Not your best shot.
No, it's like all tacky. It just wasn't my best.
and he has to watch it every single time we do a show. All right, so what's happening? Who am I? Who's this guy? I'm Suzanne. This is Jay King. We've got an amazing 2 hours. It's his final show of the visit. And I'm telling you, if you've never seen the show, you're going to go around the world with us. And you're going to go to the most exotic locations and see the coolest stuff. We have virtually everything that has been saved for this hour no one has seen during the last 4 days he's been with us. Now, I'm going to feature 2 items. This one, my heart be 100% still on this. I cannot believe. Jay goes, you know that amethyst is a pretty big stone in that necklace. I go, yeah, whatever, Jay. Then I get out here on the set, I'm like, oh my gosh, he was not kidding. These are huge. What's the millimeter, 14, 16?
Oh no, they're 20, bigger than that. They're in the 2022 range.
This
yeah.
is insane.
And then they graduate up. And it's a real deal.
$65.90.
Come on,
now,
guys.
I have 200.
Yeah.
There are 200 of you who will ever own this necklace right now. Is that not amazing, right? All right, so that's coming up, although we believe it's probably going to sell it before we get to it. Just a little heads up, kids. 5 flex pays on everything. Now, I must slide this over because now we're going to talk about what I'm wearing. Did you notice when it came up even on that wide shot? It was like, you could just see how brilliant and bright this is. Now, here's what's really cool. You're not picking, oh, necklace, and I've got to get the earrings. You're getting the necklace, and you're getting the earrings. You're getting both of these. It's the only set in our 2 hours. So if you want a really kind of like the big bang for your buck, if you want something that is wildly rare, that's gorgeous aquamarine, then a little bit of like little spots of the amethyst, plus these amazing earrings. Again, do not wait. Jay's had a really, really fun visit, and a lot of things have already sold out. But stay with me, because for 2 hours, virtually everything you'll see, you have not seen in any of his other shows. It's a fantastic, fantastic collection. We have a new mine find. It's always cool to find out what that is. All I'm gonna say is egg. Don't show them now, Rick. Don't you dare show them. Do not show the eggies yet. We'll get to that a little bit later.
Well, now
All right,
curious.
you ready? Let's go. So let's talk about Campo Frio. This is a turquoise jewelry collection. I love, this is really artisanal to me.
In this, I have to tell you, this is a brand new turquoise. This is from Mexico. This is like really rare, right? In fact, we got, I think, the little bit that was mined. I don't think there's a lot of this. I mean, this was one of those things that we were just down, and this was one of the miners who's big time down there that mined the Campitos. And he's the one that had this connection. So Campo Frio, just so you know, for those of you who don't speak Spanish, but frio means cold, and camp, of course, you know, camp. So camp,
it does?
cold, so it means cold camp, right?
Oh, gotcha.
The cold camp.
Right, the cold camp.
Cold, as in cold, C-O-L-D.
Right.
So frio, right? So cold camp, so that means no fire, right?
Is it
very
really
cold.
Is it really cold?
It wasn't cold in Mexico for me, but.
Okay.
No, but why they call it Campo Frio? But yeah, but that's what it's called, Campo Frio. And then Brazilian citrine.
Oh, you know what? And you rarely work with citrine. Look at this, guys.
I very seldom, you know, put citrine in any of my my designs. I don't know why. It's a beautiful, beautiful.
It's pretty sad.
Yeah, a material. I love it. But this is just blended with this, and this is really clean, clean, clean. It doesn't have really any matrix in it. But if any of them do have matrix, it's like a gold, or really like it actually matches back to the citrine. That's why I did it. But it's just really unique. It's very different.
Oh, it's so pretty too. All right, guys, so here's the scoop on it. We do not have a lot of these. You'll see throughout the show. If you're new, understand when Jay comes in, he can't possibly even make 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 25,000 of anything. So if you really see something, and I know it's 2 hours, and I will tell you it's like fireworks on the 4th of July. There's lots to see. This is something that, though, don't wait. I think it's more delicate for Jay. I think it's very pretty. I think it's very feminine looking. Also, what I really like is I hope you guys can see just how pretty the facets are, because every single bead is faceted. So it gives it that tailored look. It gives it that more dressed up, fancier, prettier look than you would see traditionally in one of your pieces. Well, it's just nuggets.
And also, this is, you know, you can tell it's not one of my designs, right? Because it's too artisanal.
It's good.
That's what she was trying to allude to in her very humble, nice way.
Oh, is that sweet? Look, I love it. Now, look, you guys, right there.
But
there
look
are
at the
3
work.
beautiful little citrines that are bezel set on the side.
And see, okay, but it's all the attention to detail. Look at this, and this is a gallery design. That means that we won't repeat on it. But this is a kind of, you know, just so you know, like everything for people who haven't shopped with us and don't know what we do, we're a very niche business. We go right to the mines. We deal directly with the miners on the rough. We cut everything from the rough material. We do all the silver work in-house. All the designing is done in-house. I used to do it one time in my life. I did 100% of the designs. But, you know, if you do that, after a while, you know, everybody, you can, it's really funny because people can go in, anytime we have a style out, they'll go, okay, J, and then they can, then they'll name the other designers that I designed with. But we don't hire any outside help. There is no outside designers. Everything is done in-house. All the silver work is done by our silversmiths, by hand, sheet silver, everything old school. All of the stones that you're seeing here, all the lapidary work is all done from the rough. It's all done in-house. So you can't really get more direct. And then we only sell here on the Mind Find Show.
Right, that's
it. So you're not gonna see these anywhere else. But we all started out selling to galleries, selling one of a kind.
And Jay, really quickly, just so you guys know, it says pendant. You do get the necklace.
Right,
so you get the necklace.
It
comes with a 2 3/4 inch sterling silver extender on it. The earrings are available as well. So please understand that's just not the pendant. And if you also are brand new, that pendant slides off. Can you imagine if you have a beautiful turquoise pendant you own from Jay from another collection? How pretty. This by itself, gorgeous. Put another pendant on here you already own, completely transforms that other pendant. So think about your entire collection at home when you really see these multi-purpose pieces. All right, Jay, we've got to wrap this one up.
And you notice these are set up too so that you can, the pendant lays in between the turquoise beads.
Yeah,
right?
So no matter,
even though you can adjust it in length and everything, it's always going to stay centered with on the citrine.
Okay, so we're going to wrap on that one. Okay, you guys ready for this? This is huge. Now, this is one of the items that we're not going to do a presentation on, but that we have available, and it aired earlier.
Lynn, I released
You and Lynn had it, right?
Right,
okay,
that was the first time it's ever been seen.
Ever seen was just earlier today.
Yeah, brand new Mind
What's
Find,
the story behind it?
That was the launch.
This is insane.
This is spider web, but it's a brand new, it's Mongolian spider web. It's a brand new mine. We released it. If you guys want to grab this, you might want to think, if you're a collector, this is something you might want to collect. And we also have a few pieces. I don't know if we have any left. Yeah, guys, I mean, like, even this, if you blink, the only reason that we have it, we have very few.
Just what's left from the earlier launch.
Left.
Yeah,
and
almost all of them sold out in just one show earlier today.
4/5 we sold in about 5 minutes just last show.
So this is a brand new, brand new.
You're getting to see it right now. And this is a brand new Mind Find. This is the first time that this has ever been out. This is Mongolian spider web. Before Adam and I released some Hubei spider web, which is like really antique, that went through the roof. This is material that if you're collecting it down the road, hopefully I'm gonna get more. I can't guarantee you that, but this is a brand new mine.
That's cool, that's a great piece too. And I love how chunky and fun it is.
It is,
and I like
it's
kind of that loose faceting.
It's got like they're freeform facets.
I love
and
that.
It's got like a butterscotch kind of matrix.
Okay, Jay, you ready?
This is
we
crazy.
promoted this, and now it is last chance because this is almost
This is one of these things that I was telling Suzanne when we were in the group, because she goes, really, you like that? I said, man, wait till you see the size of this thing. And this is, okay, it's on clearance. This is, it's 20 inches. That's real amethyst. I mean, are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. This is really like a stupid, stupid price. You couldn't even come close to even buying the rough material. You couldn't buy the crystals, much less the sterling silver enhancer or any of that. This is nuts.
Okay, sorry, that's all you can say is it's nuts. But I do need to mention the earrings because they're really, really cute and they're great and they're really stylish. We're gonna do like a 2 minutes on the earrings too, so check these out. Aren't these cute? Lots of sterling silver. I'm betting Jay did not design these.
You're correct.
And here's why. I love the twist. I think it is such a fun take. This is purple amethyst though, and purple turquoise. So it's amethyst with purple turquoise.
Right, and of course the purple turquoise is enhanced, right? It doesn't, but it was it's a way, it's not a dye, okay? It's an it takes about 6 weeks, and they actually mix it with another mineral and then cook it, and it gives it that special color.
It really is a fun color too.
It's a fun color. We actually did that because we were selling a lot of sugilite at one time, and of course sugilite dried up, you couldn't get it. And we still had a lot of customers that wanted that look, and we had a lot of designs at that time. And so they came up with that. You know, it's not everybody can do it. And that is turquoise. If you saw the turquoise that we have to use to make that, you would go, why are you doing that? And it's just because we want that color, but the turquoise that you have to do that with has to be totally clean, and it has to be a light sky blue.
Just
very, very,
does it really,
very,
to be able to pull that off?
Light sky blue to make that work.
I love that. All right, $74.95. Now, please notice the appraised value. These are $125. And again, that's very much a gallery look. You can see you've got a really nice sterling silver little shepherd's hook over the ear. Very comfortable to wear these. These will work back with your other purple turquoise that Jay has done. Obviously, it goes back to any amethyst piece. I would say, Jay, of the shows we've done together over your visit, we have sold out of probably 4 amethyst pieces, amethyst necklaces, and if you didn't get earrings, and I'm sure probably more than that in your other shows, but if you missed out getting an earring to go back to those amethyst necklaces, like the one we just sold out, great earring. It just looks fantastic. Also, I think it's different and it's interesting. You know, it's really definitely a gallery look in this piece specifically. A couple things to mention. This is Jay's last show until the end of October.
No, everybody's happy.
We're very sad about that. And also, the 5 flex pays goes away. So if you're definitely gonna do all your last minute shopping, you gotta get your J fix in, you definitely wanna do it tonight while we still have that 5 flex, because we don't do that very often. All right, speaking of 5s, we have what we call 5 things in 5 minutes. Now, why do we do this? Well, because we have so few of them. So hang on, gang. You wanna at least write it down or get your computer and get your fingers ready, because this goes fast. Here we go. It's our 5 and 5 with Jade King. All right, here's our first of our 5 and 5, and it's gorgeous. In fact, they're all beautiful, but remember, really, really limited, guys. So we start off clearance price, originally $140, clearance price $69.90. It's 5 flex space, 18 inches, and 2 3/4 of an inch in the back. Jay, I think this piece is really almost like ethereal. You know what I mean? Like heavenly.
Okay, well, this is number one. Just
pretty.
Just so everybody knows, I get this out right away before we get. But on the 5 and 5s, every single one of these have something in common. You could not make them as the manufacturer. I can't make them and sell them for this price, just because even the cost of just the materials. What's amazing about this, and this is the last time you see this, this is a colored quartz, natural colored quartz. This is sunshine quartz, comes from Madagascar. I have no more of this rough material. And
like this is it for now?
This is it for now. They actually tried to reorder this and we couldn't do it. They want more of this material and we don't have it right now. So crazy. And all of these are so limited. That's why there's not really enough airtime.
It's the last.
It's the last of the
and
last.
We're just
and
moving
that's
it
why
out.
they're giving you this ridiculous price. This is ridiculous. Now this is all about me.
This is cool.
You can tell I designed this.
Oh, I love it.
It's all about the stone. It's big. Look at the size. Look how much silver is in this. And this is a crazy price. You couldn't buy the silver or even the rough material for what we're selling the whole unit for.
That's so true. Just try to buy a sheet of silver like this and see how much it costs you. And they're heavy duty too, like you'll really feel it. All right, the size on this one comes in, it fits obviously everybody basically, but the oval on that jade is 36 millimeters by 26 millimeters. It's a huge piece of jade. If that were a ring, that would be just like one massive ring.
This is natural jade too. This is
it really is.
Jade. This is from Pakistan.
Wow.
And you know what's really funny? I got in on this a year and a half ago. Now it's just starting to make the gem journals, because this is a brand new thing. You know, Jade never comes from Pakistan. This is a brand new world launch on this stuff. And we got this before anybody got in on it.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I love this next piece, gang. Do not miss out on this because it's so pretty. This is an amber and turquoise and the most gorgeous pendant on there. Look at that cross. There are 12 of you who will ever own this. 12, not 1,200, 12. And remember, watch, this comes off. Ooh, I just want this cross so bad. Just the cross alone. If we just get rid of the necklace, but that alone at $132.90 with all the sterling silver, and look at how clean and blue that turquoise is. Wow.
Okay, this is Azure Peaks, but the cabochons in the cross. And also, you know, if you think about this, is truly gallery. You know, like crosses, you know, crosses and hearts, the two #1 and #2 silhouettes in any designer's line. So to come up with a new cross after 43 years of doing crosses is really spectacular, really something. I love this, very ornate, very eclectic.
It's beautiful. It's truly
It's a
stunning.
gallery piece.
And it's
okay.
Are you still want color? Or you want something different? Hang on, I got it all tonight. I have everything you can imagine. Check this out. Oh my gosh, this is spiny oyster. It's different colors of it.
I love this. You got all three colors of the spiny. So you got the red, the purple, and the orange. So the red, okay, so the way this works, orange is most predominant, which is the least of what you have in this design, believe it or not. Purple is the second, hardest to get, and red is the second hardest to get. So you've got red really as kind of like the focal point. You got that little pop of orange there, and then the purple. This is really super, super cool. And this is something, again, this was made for the gallery collection, and we sold out on everything. We just have a few of these left.
And it's $100 off. $100.
$100.
Oh, is it?
Off.
No, would you do that, or am I ahead of myself? What do you got on it, guys? Oh, it's $280, the appraised value. It's $194. We're checking something.
Yeah, you need to check that.
That's not
There's
quite.
Something's wrong.
You all might be even more. We're gonna get back to that one.
Yeah,
you know what?
wrong.
We're gonna leave that nearby because something's wrong on that one. We'll get back because you might even be happier than just that. All right, this might be our last 5 and 5 unless we go back to the 4th of the 5th, which we might in just a second. But this again, clearance price from $234.90 to $117.90. Check it out, turquoise, and how cool is that aqua piece? That's really neat. And remember, you are getting the necklace to go with the pendant. All right, Jay, tell us.
Okay, and this, you know, for years and years and years, actually until 2 years ago, the only aquamarine that you saw from me were aqua chips. They were usually in, you know, the pieces of aqua were maybe just, you know, just little beads here and there. If I had a lot of beads, they were just the nugget chips that we did, like waterfall necklaces, waterfall designs. And that's because the aquamarine rough is so cost prohibitive, so expensive. This is a mine that I found that I started working with 2 years ago, and I can do the big crystals and do the big works. Now these are all part of the gallery collection. This was a whole suite. There was a bracelet to it, earrings, ring, the whole 9 yards. We just have very, very few of these left. Okay, I knew that we were going back.
We're actually going down. It was kind of 5 and 5. Now we're back to 4 and 5. Because you know what? Let's just be honest. I'm always super honest. That's probably half my problem. But I knew something was wrong, and I'm like, no. This deal is going to be much better than what we were showing you. For those of you who bought this, guess what?
You'll get it this price.
You're getting it at $94.90, right. $100 off.
Okay, and here you go. This is what I call stupid price. Now this is where you just absolutely could not build it. And spiny.
And spiny oyster?
Yeah, it's spiny oyster.
In 3 different colors?
But not only that, look at the size of the spiny too. I mean, these are big and they're really clean. That's what is really hard to get. And you get all 3 colors. This is, if you were lucky enough to get the ring, the earrings, and the cuff, and you didn't get the necklace, this is perfect for that. If not, just a great standalone piece that you could match anything orange, red, or purple that you have. As far as earrings, will go back to this.
And I just want to show you too, this chain is beautiful.
Yeah, do you notice that? And you know what?
Love
now, I don't make that, okay? I don't do chain, but that's Italian woven chain.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
It's very, very pretty.
Work.
And again, I like the extension on the back. Again, this is it could be super casual. I love this with the white blouse just dangling right there. It's your neckline, but if you're going to a really pretty event and maybe you're wearing an off-the-shoulder outfit or a V-neck, this is gonna look gorgeous. Yeah. I love that piece, and I love the color. Wasn't that a good surprise? All right, all of our 5 and 5s are gone. Our amethyst necklace we had earlier, gone.
Well, see, you know, that's because our viewers are smart. They know,
totally,
they know a deal.
Oh,
I mean, you know,
yeah,
they get it. Okay.
All right, so now this is our
I'm all
only,
over this.
our only full set. You get the necklace and you get the earrings. You get both of those, and those are available right now. It's $99.99. Okay, can you hand me a bust? That would be awesome. And then also a little earring tree would be great. No, one of those, a little earring tree. Oh yeah, we'll get it. Thank you. All right, and you get the earrings too. Oh, both of these for under $100. That's great.
Okay, and the reason I did this is because, especially with Aqua, I had so many people that said that, you know, on, well, it's not just the Aquamarine, but on a lot of different things I've done lately, they got the necklace, but then by the time that they got back and tried to order the earrings, they didn't get the earrings. And so I had so many viewers that were asking me, would it be feasible to actually do a set? So now when I have materials like this, like with Aqua, if I have anything that's unusual, like if I have turquoise, there's not really a big deal because you can get turquoise and you can mix and match back to it. But things like Aqua, you'll see things that are harder, materials harder to obtain or to make them kind of matchy-matchy. I'm going ahead and doing this, and I'm trying to do a set. Now, with that being said, I didn't do it at this price. Even the original price, when you see the original price that we're selling these for, do you realize how hard that I work so that I really wear a lot of lead off of a lot of pencils? I really do to make this, okay? Right. And we're the manufacturer. I always try to give you the biggest bang for the buck. I mean, I want you to come back. I want you to be happy. I want you to have something that you can really treasure. But I also want you to know, and when you get it, and you're going to look at it, and you're going to know you got a super value. You could go nowhere else and even come close to getting that. I think that's why we've been on for 24 years.
100%.
In October, 24 years is because we give you awesome designs, give you the biggest bang for the buck. We're using real materials, but you have to understand you're buying pretty much as manufacturing direct as you can buy. I think that's what makes us successful is we're a niche business like nobody else has. I absolutely know no one else in the industry right now currently that I'm aware of that has everything that we have going on for us. Most people, they don't do their own cutting, right? They buy things already cut. I mean, they are manufacturers, but they do it different ways. We do everything from scratch, just kind of like my grandmother used to do. You never opened her pantry and saw anything in a box, right? There wasn't anything in a box, you know? Everything she did from scratch. My mom, not so much. but I have to tell you, and you know, I kind of inherited that. There's nothing better than making it from scratch. Right. I can tell you some funny stories, but I won't tell you. But you know what, though,
Jay? For me, you can really sense it and feel it when you wear a Jay ring, a cuff, a necklace, an earring, whatever. Literally, the moment you pick it up, you can tell it's just not something that's mass-produced and cranked out. There's a weird feeling. It's a nice feeling, but you can definitely tell there's been hands that have touched this and really skilled people who are making these pieces. Well, you know, there's something so authentic about it.
Most of my artists, the average artist, it's very rare that somebody's even been with me for 10 years. Most people have been with me for 20 years, some people for 30 years. Wow. I mean, some of the people that I work with, their kids weren't even born. I mean, they didn't even have kids. Their kids weren't even a twinkle in their eye, and now they're graduating from college. Isn't that crazy? You know, or they've moved on. I mean, so, you know, this is, again, these are all artists. They're very skilled. We take only the top grade rough materials, even when we buy rough, just so you know. I've even changed how I do that. It used to be that we would buy the whole thing. So we'd buy what they call the mine run, and then we would sort it and work it and do whatever. Now, everything that you're seeing in the last probably 5 years from me is only mine select. I only do select. I pay a premium, but we only use the top grade material.
Right, and by the way, the facets on this, just so you can understand the size, we're talking in the Aquamarine 18 to 14 millimeter. 14 millimeter is a really big bead.
18 millimeter is huge.
And Amethyst is 10 to 12 millimeters. So this is not just a little dainty, teeny weeny little beads that are on, you know, a chain or on a string. They're really voluptuous. They're very large. Imagine this with all your fall colors, how gorgeous that's gonna be. If we took it, in fact, let me show it to you in an unexpected color too. Look at it against rust. I could pull almost in virtually any color behind me and use it because that blue is gonna work with everything. Here, I'm gonna go into a little peachy color, and then let's go really deep into the winter time, and let's put it up against a gray. Like, look how fantastic that is.
You see, it's kind of like a chameleon too, and that's the thing with natural material. Also with this aqua and the amethyst bows, you're looking at the natural colors, right? There's nothing done to these to alter the color or enhance them in any way. This is the real deal. And the thing with aqua is, you know, the material to get these big crystals like this, to get this big rough material, to get the big formations on this is very, very difficult. I'm very fortunate that I've hooked up with these people, and I guarantee you, there's no phone, there's no fax, there's no email. The only reason I just found them, but totally by accident, and the only reason I can even do that is because nobody else knows about them, and they don't even market to anybody else.
But just to give you an idea, if I just took, there's 4 pieces of amethyst in just the necklace alone, and then you have another couple pieces in the matching earrings, because they're all included, right? If I put that and just put it in a ring or on a cuff, it'd be way more than $100. Just a basic ring, right? What if something on me?
No, this, I'm just telling you, I'm
you're
looking
looking.
at,
I know.
I'm blinded. No, I'm serious.
Okay, so he's going, I had to wear it, you know that.
That is amazing.
I
No,
know.
that's perfect.
We'll talk about it in just a second, but we have coming up, well, we're gonna do this first. You ready to move on? All right. Actually, guys, can I toy with you? Oh, you want me to mention this? I'm mentioning this, right?
Look at the color on this.
Wait, are we going to this or not, Rick? What
are we doing?
Oh, okay, real quick. Okay, so what's the story behind it? Sale price, we love that. $116.98. We have 5 flex pays, of course, tonight on it. Now, what I love is it's brand new. This is 3 gorgeous strands of your bamboo coral, your Red Sea bamboo coral. I can spit that out. We also, I believe, have matching pieces coming up with it. We're just gonna give you a head start. Here's why. Coral is the #2 most popular item that Jade brings to us. And it's lovely to see this multi-strand. And you will have a ball with this because you can mix it, you can match it, put it back to your turquoise. It's just a crazy great piece to own. And obviously we have it on sale, even though it actually is brand new. So there's your head start on the coral piece coming up.
Okay, what are we selling? Orshi?
I don't know. I have no idea. Here we go. There we go. We're doing not the coral, but the turquoise necklace. And oh, I love this set. It's not bamboo, we'll switch that in just a second. It's our turquoise and rhodochrosite. Now, this is turquoise with just a touch of the little rhodochrosite. I love what Orshi did. Now remember, that necklace above was launched earlier today. We're down to the final couple hundred remaining, and that's the brand new turquoise, right?
This is Sonoran.
No, the necklace above. That was the one you launched earlier today.
That was the Mongolian spiderweb.
Spiderweb.
Brand new. So
that looks great
she's
together.
doubled them up, yes.
Yeah, really pretty. All right, so here we go. You have your choice of the pendant, the necklace, and the earrings. So we have 3 pieces to this collection, and obviously the pendant is going to work successfully on the necklace. But isn't it funny, the necklace is great just by itself?
I love the necklace by itself. Here again, we made them separate, so you can do that. But this is rhodochrosite, and this is Sonoran. They call it Sonoran Blue. I have, for 2.5 years, I had an exclusive on this mine. We just launched it last year. We went ahead and started letting it out. And I'll let everybody know, like on a lot of these turquoises that we do, we have the ability to buy and hold. So we don't have, where we have the advantage over a lot of people is we have the funding where we can actually buy things. We know that we're gonna have the market for them whenever we decide to make the market. We don't have to buy it and then make it into something and sell it right away, right? So that's an advantage for us. So what we do is when we get new mines like this, we stockpile that. We buy the material. In this case, we only took the really high grade material. We had an exclusive for 2.5 years on this particular material. What we did is finally, they said, wait a minute, if you want to keep your exclusive, you got to buy it all. And that's when we said, No.
Okay.
we'll let go of our exclusive, and then,
okay.
but we'll pay more. I am fair. I am very fair.
That's true.
So
you
we are paying more money, but we're still getting this material. And this material, like you can see the beads, it's got a little bit of the matrix and stuff. The nice thing with the Sonoran blue, it's almost like the Kingman turquoise deposit. There is all kinds of different, it's got clear, clear blue. It's got clear, clear, dark blue. We've got high blue with red matrix. We got high blue with more of a black matrix. We got high blue with the kind of like the caramel matrix. It's really, really kind of an interesting turquoise. And what we try to do is we try to keep the different veins that we bought, and actually they're in the warehouse, they're actually labeled when they were mined and from what vein or what deposit that came from, just so that we can keep them straight. So this is kind of, this particular vein right here, this is the first time we've done anything with it. It's Sonoran blue, it's got some really, really unique matrix, and then we've also paired it back to this really rare Argentinian rhodochrosite.
I love, love, love this. I think it's so gorgeous.
Well, you know,
there's just something about the matrices and the color, and then that rhodochrosite popped in there. It just works. And think about this again. What do you have in your wardrobe? It's virtually going to match everything. Now, I want to mention the pendant is sold separately. We've got it on a chain, and this is one of my favorite looks. I just love taking the outer necklace and frame it to a beautiful pendant, or she's wearing the pendant on the necklace, so they will work together. We also have the earrings there for pierced ears. So you've got just a wow piece. This is one of those, when you add it to your collection, you will adore wearing it every day. Like, you pop it on because of those colors, and you just go, oh my gosh, it works with my jeans, and wow, that looks great, I'm gonna wear it to the office. All right, now here's the information on the earrings. So they're a really pretty little drop earring, and there's your pendant information at $129.90. Now here's the important part about this whole story. It's the lowest price we've ever offered. There's never been a better price than what you're seeing now on this entire suite. So for me, I like a sale. I like taking advantage of really good savings. So definitely do that, because we've never had a better offer than you're seeing right now. We're gonna go back to just the necklace alone. On the back of it, there is a 2 3/4 inch sterling silver extender. So yeah, it can go much higher, so it shows in a blouse, or it can go lower if you're gonna wear it with a turtleneck that way. But I really am mesmerized by the color of the turquoise. It's
well, like with this, and also, this is actually a viewer request, where the viewers are requesting, I wanted the pendant, but I really already have a necklace that's kind of something that I like, or vice versa. They say, I love the necklace, but I have a pendant that I want to work with. So they wanted us to see, and we're just trying this, but this is viewer request, where we actually sell some of the higher end, the gallery pieces, where we sell the pendants separate of the necklace. Right. So it gives you the latitude to order them both. Now, I will tell you this, they're not made equally. We'll make more necklaces than we make pendants.
Pendants, right.
We'll make, yeah, so, and then the earrings, we'll make more necklaces than there's earrings. There's more earrings than there's pendants.
Right.
So if you like something, that doesn't mean that that we make equally on the whole suite of designs.
Because there's actually less than 100 of the pendants left.
Right, yeah.
And I did want to show on the pendant too, if you're gonna take this and you're gonna put it back to a rhodochrosite lead necklace, or you're gonna do it to another turquoise necklace you have, I want you to see the bail is really big. That's a chunky bail.
And so, you could even put it with all kinds of different things. You could, you'd be amazed at what you have in your collection that this will go back to. It doesn't have to be rhodochrosite or turquoise. It can be, there's a lot of different things. Amethyst, there's all kinds of things that would work back to this.
Cool with
Smoky quartz would work cool with this. Anything black would work cool with this.
That's true.
This is, so it gives you the ability to, but the thing with the Sonoran, if you look at the pendant, you look at that cabochon, do you see that beautiful like caramel matrix in that? Yeah. That's what's so cool about it.
Okay, last chance. That's it, guys. On the pendant, that's almost sold out. By the way, the pendant's about 2 inches. The earrings are about 2 inches long. And now we're gonna move on to a beautiful brand new turquoise ring that is so cool. Oh, by the way, okay, so we were oohing and on for a moment. You guys had no clue what Jay was doing. He was actually touching my neck.
But she's married and I'm friends with her husband.
Yes, and he's married. So it wasn't,
and I'm married.
It wasn't that
happily.
It wasn't that special touch, okay? It was just, he touched my neck. The reason he did, I'm not gonna tell you what this is. I will tell you it's a rare reorder. It's one of the coolest stories ever of how he got his hands on this. and it's coming up. And if we can do, guys, can we go?
You just have to go
really,
in tight
really,
on
really,
this,
really, really,
because
really
this
close.
says it all.
Okay, yeah, you'll see. Okay, look at this, you guys. Look how crazy that is, right? Don't say anything. I know it's killing you, Jay. Don't say it. Anyway, this is coming up, and that's why he was touching my neck. Look at that. Look at that. No,
this still isn't even.
no.
This still isn't doing it justice like that. I mean, if you could.
It's so beautiful. Even I was like, okay, that's cool. That's coming up in a moment. Stay with us. But first, let's talk about this great ring. And
Nope,
Jay, obviously this goes
that.
back. He's like, nope.
I'm sorry. I'm
Going on to
rebelling.
this one. It's my last show of the visit.
It's my last show. I can do whatever
I want. He's such a renegade. All right, guys, let's do this one. What, the necklace I'm wearing or the ring? Oh yeah, oh no, it's a huge story. Anyway, it's coming up.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, guys. This is another really big story. It's absolutely brand new. Jay, I adore this ring because it's so gallery, it's so high-end looking.
And go ahead and say it.
What?
I know you
did not
do this.
design it. 5 through 12, and it's comfortable.
Yeah.
Look how, and you know what? I would say if you've got a guy in your life,
I would
and he
wear
can
this.
fit, yeah, 100%. I think this is super unisex. So I love it because look at the diagonal, and you've got a beautiful piece of turquoise on the top that's completely smooth, and it's a gorgeous inlay. And then down below that, that's actually Tanzanite.
So
you play in Tanzanite a little bit, but not a lot.
Right, now this is, okay, so this is Cloudy Mountain. You can't get that. I had an exclusive on that turquoise. In January, I got the sad news. I'd already ordered my 4-wheel drive Lamborghini, right? When we first went to this mine, I have an exclusive. I invested heavily. I mean, that is as good or as, I would say comparable or even better than a lot of that material to Sleeping Beauty. It is clear, clear, clear. We were getting huge chunks of this clear, clear blue material. I was wasting it like you wouldn't believe. You've seen a lot of the Cloudy Mountain stuff that we did.
Yeah.
I mean, I was throwing this stuff around
like candy.
nothing. Oh man, I mean, I was just throwing the cash around like that. Because when I went there, you know, with the mine, when we first got the mine, we had the exclusive. You had to seen the veins and the clear and stuff. I was like, man, this is never going to end. Until it ended. And then I went, what? It was like somebody turned off the fountain, you know, the spigot. I've been wasting it. And I mean, wasting it in a good way, but I've been using it for beads and stuff like that. If I would have known that I wasn't gonna be able to get it, I would have kept it for cabs. I mean, but I'll never, I mean, it's gone. I mean, that's it. So if you see this, look how the clarity in that. And then that's the real deal, guys, that's Tanzanite. Look at the setting on this too. I mean, totally gallery. Totally gallery. And if you look at how the ring's even shaped and everything to form fit your finger, this is really truly art. I mean, totally wearable art. And this is something that's totally unisex. I mean, I would wear this in a minute. This is just a cool, cool look. And I think that we've got size 5 through 12, right?
Right, we have 5 through 12
5 through 12, brand new, it's exclusive, and we saved it just for this hour.
Yeah, and I think too, if you're the type who you don't want to wear run-of-the-mill kind of round stone rings, you're like, oh, that's pretty boring. You're 100% you're on the line for this, or you're on hsn.com buying it. Because it really is, it's a great, it's a very, very chic ring. This is chic. This is really that upscale, and it is a gallery look. And I've been very fortunate to go to Taos and Albuquerque, and I've been to Santa Fe, and you walk into a gallery and you will see many, many pieces, and they're one of a kind, that are designed like this, with this really avant-garde almost. You know,
they don't
really
have any price tags that you can see.
No, and then when you ask, you just step right out of the gallery and say, thank God we have J. King. That's all I'm saying. Because it really is. A ring like this could be several $100s in one of those galleries there. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I guarantee it would. But you have to understand, too, okay, it's because how they're made. They're made by individual artists, just like this was. But we're able to do it on a kind of a different level, but it's still made the same way. If you went to a gallery and saw this, it would be made this same exact way that we're making it. It's all done by hand. The thing is I don't know if they'd have access to the Cloudy Mountain, and I don't know if they'd have access to the Tanzanite.
Right.
And if they did, I guarantee you they're not buying mine direct.
Right. Okay, here we go. Last call on 5. Last chance on size 12. So the smallest and largest are going to be sold out here in just a second. I do also love that little open work in the center of it. I think that's kind of fresh.
And that's all part of the design. You know, and I just love it. It's a great look. And here again, this is viewer request. These are alone gallery pieces. I could have made a wonderful set to go with this, but a lot of people are just asking for just a ring. You know, that if you're a ring person, and this is something, think about this. I mean, just like when Suzanne's hand, if you got this on your hand, you really don't need anything else. I mean, you know what I mean?
I put a little bracelet on.
If you're a collector though, or if you're that person that really wants to get noticed, and that you really like people to come up and admire, you know, your jewelry, your art, and you know, and I don't know who. A lot of people just wear stuff because they like it. And I do that too. But I know, like, there's nothing wrong with people coming up and going, wow. I've been, like with my wife, I've been with other people I work with, where I've experienced it. And I'll be in a restaurant or somewhere, and somebody will be like staring at us. And so I think, oh, they recognize me. You know, they know who I am. And sure enough, they'll walk right up to our table, start talking to my wife or whoever's with me, and they'll go, I was just admiring your cuff, or I was just admiring your necklace. That is so amazing. What is that? Where did you get it? They'll start talking about it, and then they walk away, and I feel,
you're like, what? Wait a minute. It wasn't me you came over here for?
It's, I gotta tell you, it's a real ego letdown. That's why I can never have a big head. It really is a big head. I mean, but really, I'm telling you, that's the truth. I mean, you know, where people don't even. Yes,
but I do the same thing. I mean, I'll be somewhere, and if someone's wearing just a drop-dead gorgeous turquoise piece, I can't help but ask
you go up and say,
oh, I want to know. Because I think there's a real...
I go up and ask them the story, where did you get that?
Yeah, where did you get it? Yeah, because there's always the story behind it. And you know the rarity of turquoise, and we know the story. You know, there's so many kind of neat things going on with turquoise, and I have to know because I just appreciate the gemstone. Okay, I got to update you on this one. Now, they launched this with Miss Linny. Linny and Jay launched this earlier today. I'm actually going to pop this on real quick.
A few hours ago.
Just
this is a brand new release. It's a brand new mine find.
And I want you guys to see how amazing. Let me move this very special one coming up. But look at that. Now that's gorgeous. Now, Jay, give us about 15 seconds.
Okay.
It's spider web, a brand new mine find.
Yeah, this is Mongolian, this is spider web. And I had some of the rough in here. I don't know what he did with it. Here it is.
So pretty.
This is what makes this so unique and different.
Oh, cool. Oh my gosh, that's cool.
This is brand new, and this is what, you see this? And this right here, all the necklaces have that webbing, and that's why they call it spider web. Do you see the webbing in that?
Yeah, I totally.
That's the natural matrix, that's the natural color. And it's got that beautiful, it's got like a gold webbing that runs through it. I'm hoping that I'm gonna be able to get more of this material, but here again, it's one of those things where I got the first load. I don't know anybody else that actually has this. There wasn't a lot of it at the time, and we really went through and did select. I mean, we selected every bit of the material we took. Yeah. But I kept all the webbing. You see that?
I wanted to put this other piece that we haven't told you about coming up on it, because actually the other piece has so much little blue sparkle in it that it actually looks really pretty together. I'm fitzing with it, but you get the idea. Anyway, there's 300 gone, so we only have 300 of this necklace now. All right, how many do we have left, Jay? I'm sorry, how many do we have of the spider web? Okay, we have less than 200 left on the spiderweb turquoise I'm wearing. Now, this is not scheduled to go on the air, but this is interesting. So it's Larimar, right?
This is Larimar and Rhodochrosite, two very, very rare materials. Lynn and I launched this. There's just, they're filling in. We only got, I think, like maybe 100 or something left of these. There's not a lot. They blew out. We sold 4/5 of what we brought in. This is only the second time in 43 years that you've ever seen Larimar with me. I've been to the mine 4 times in the Dominican Republic to try to buy Larimar.
You can't get it?
Every single time I've walked away with 0.
You're rejected.
Larimar.
Rejection.
Well, there's something about, I guess, my personality or something that we don't.
I'm sure that's not it.
No, I'm just, the thing is I've never been able to cut a deal, and they always want some crazy, crazy price. And Larimar, you know, if you go to the Caribbean, you know, Lynn could tell you that too, because she actually has a home in the Caribbean. They have I guess a vacation condo type home cottage that they have, and it's really popular down there. You'll see it in 22 karat, 18 karat, 14 karat gold. You very seldom do you see it in silver, but it's really tough. The only reason that I even got this rough is one of the main rough dealers and I go way back, and he sold me enough rough to do just some necklaces.
Really? Okay, so we got to wrap that up, darling.
Yeah.
Hate to move you along, but we have to wrap. We got a lot to get to. So that's available just on sale. We love that. And of course, 5 Flex. Coming up, wait till you see surprises. And yes, online they're going egg. Yes, there is an egg coming up too, so stay right there.
Are you ready? Shop like a VIP with the HSN credit card. Apply now and instantly get $10 off when you're approved. As an HSN card member, you'll get all kinds of perks like extra flex on jewelry, beauty, and fashion purchases all day, every day. Plus, VIP financing, VIP easy returns, exclusive offers, and there's no annual fee. Apply now. Call 1-800-695-1418 or visit hsn.com/HSN card.
Worry about one less thing with our Protection Plus plans at HSN. Electronics, fitness equipment, even jewelry can be covered. Shop smart and protect your purchase. It's easy to add when you're checking out. Search Protection Plus at hsn.com for more details. See it, heart it, save it with the HSN app. Favorites are a fun and easy way to track your must-have products all in one place. Click the heart in the top right corner, then the More icon to access your favorites list. Download the app and start favoriting today.
So you're watching HSN. I'm Suzanne Runyon. I'm doing Facebook Live, so you guys want to join me and ask Jay a question, you can. I like Mark. He goes, egg? Stick around. We do have an egg coming up, believe it or not. All right, Jay King is here. We've still got more to go, guys. We have more surprises. We have, oh my gosh, the first item coming up in the next hour. Definitely worth sticking around for. Please stay on the line if you're on the line for the turquoise spider web. That's a brand new Mind Find, launched earlier today. We have less than 200 left. But now we're going to always a favorite. Always ones that people anticipate and they want, and actually it's the second most popular stone that Jay has brought us in all these years. And this is this just truly spectacular 3-strand of coral. Plus, we also have the matching button faceted earrings. This comes in at 18 inches. Again, you've got 2 3/4 to work with on the back and the sterling silver extender. And Jay, oh my gosh, from all your coral pieces you've done, for me, a strand just allows us to really play, to layer, to take it back to our turquoise strands, to just, it just takes everything. If you have like a beautiful, a lapis, putting the red and the blues together, it's wonderful. In fact, I'll probably put it on to show you.
Well, you know, and also, you know, coral, even turquoise and coral, if you look at it, where I grew up in the Southwest, you would actually, we'd go and we would, they're called pack rats. They have nests. And you would go through the nests as kids. We would go through it and we get it. And we would find turquoise nugget beads that, you know, these are like artifacts, right, of beads. Another thing that we would find in there is we would find these like pieces that look like bone, white bone. And we had, I had a friend that actually that owned a kennel that his name was Bob. And he was like, you know, he knew artifacts, he dealt in artifacts and everything. And I got some of those one time and took them to him. And I said, Bob, what is this? I mean, is this bones? Because they look old. He goes, they're ancient beads. He says, here, watch this. And we made a saltwater solution, put it in that, and he says, check it out. I forgot about him, right? Just totally forgot about him. And about, I don't know, 2-3 weeks, we went back, and it was coral.
No way!
And it got
how cool!
It didn't, you know, it wasn't like, it was kind of like an orangey look, but it had gained its color again, and what there was coral beads. So what does that mean? That means the Anasazi Indians and stuff, because, you know, in New Mexico, there's not exactly a lot of coral beds around. You don't do a lot of coral diving, and it just shows you, it proves that even ancient cultures, especially in the Southwest, that there's actually, because where did they get the coral? Of course, the Gulf of Mexico, or they got it from the Pacific. You know, that's where the coral came from. And the coral, so there were actually trade routes that came up, and then even ancient cultures realized the value of coral. And then also, conversely, That's why you find turquoise in a lot of the artifacts down in South America. Although now, and these are new deposits, there's turquoise, found in Chile, but not back in the day. That, that's a fairly new mining operation within the last 20 years. But in all the artifacts, there's actually coral there, and that came from the Southwest. That came from places like the Kingman mine, back when the Anastasis were there. So even ancient cultures respected coral as something that was valuable. I love coral. If you would have shopped with us in October, it'd be 24 illustrious years that the Mine Find Show's been in existence. And I just thank everybody for doing that and loving what we do and supporting us. But when we first started out, our two cornerstones, turquoise, which will always be, I mean, that's what we're known for. Turquoise is my thing. Our second at that time was coral. We had every coral you can imagine. We had blue, we had black, we had gold, we had yellow, we have every color in the rainbow. We did that for about 6 years, and then we started going through the rough, and then, you can't get it. This coral right here, I'm just telling you, don't ever expect to see a Today Special where you would see like a coral like this. It's just virtually impossible to get any bulk. Anytime that you see that I have something that in coral that was a Today Special, it's not like the full thing, right? It was kind of like a your choice or something.
Right, that's true. That is very true.
You just can't get any kind of volume on it. All of this coral that you're seeing here, most of it, the majority of it, was harvested in the 70s, 80s, maybe sometime in the 80s or the late 80s. There is none of the material I use is fresh harvest. It's highly controlled. If you look at this on this, okay, like Orshi, right? Okay, camera, she's just wearing something very casual, but this makes her look, it makes her look like she's really dressed up for the day,
absolutely,
right?
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
It's very, very
So
elegant. And Orshi's actually layered them, right? So she's, we do that for you, but she's got it there. How stunning is this? And then again, this color, it's a power color. It's got energy. It just has life to it.
And I love the fact that the beads in each layer are a little different. So they're a little more petite in the top layer, then they get a little chunkier, and then finally they're a little round at the bottom.
And then down in the bottom,
it's lovely.
Faceted, and every one of those beads is all hand cut, right? Everything is individually hand done.
Right. All right, gonna mention the earrings because they're available. And look at the nice sale price on that too. Went from $134 to $116.98. Here's the information for your earrings. These are the studs, which are great. Pierced ears, obviously. They're completely faceted. I think it really dresses them up and elevates the look. They're only $49.98. Now that's amazing because they're appraised at $85. You can't get just basic, plain plastic red earrings for that kind of price. And it's tough to find red jewelry. This is a real deal. It's real coral, and also that the coral is hard enough that it can facet. Very little bit of the coral actually has the density. It has to be a certain hardness for us to fasten it. You can see there, just a little movement on them. You're going to see a sparkle and sheen. And what's great with these is, you can get that pop of red, you get that beautiful color, you get that energy. So this is something, even maybe you're running out the door and you don't want to put on a lot of stuff. You just want that little accent for the day. These are good, and they're not little teeny tiny posts, right? Big size. All right, you guys, okay. So Jay and I had this on for the first time the other day. And we sold all of them except maybe a couple hundred.
A handful. This
is a really big deal. You are looking at antique turquoise. Guys, can you widen out just a little bit so you can see the bottom of it if you don't mind? Just pull it out, pull it out. There we go. Oh, thank you. There we go. Now you can see it. All right, this is from the 70s, 1970s. Tell us, it's got to be brief because there's only 200 left.
Late 70s, early 80s. This is what they call antique or vintage turquoise. This has historical value to it. You just can't get this material. This is the last of the last. This was from one of the original miners. It was from one of the original miners who mined this. We have pictures. I can't show you the whole thing we did, but we actually have documentation. We actually show you the original miners. Right. We had photos of this.
From back in the 70s, too, 70s, 80s.
Yeah, from the 70s at the mine.
And current day.
And this right here, this turquoise is, it's a historic material. Okay, anybody that has it. One of the things with Hubei is this: it's one of the few turquoises that people who know turquoise walk up and say that's Hubei.
And they want.
Right?
It's one of the most coveted turquoises in the world.
And it has historical significance throughout the world. It's vintage, antique. They quit this hasn't been mined since the late 70s, early 80s. And then it wasn't even mined in the late 80s. You cannot get this. They actually have museums that to be able to get this quality material if you could see the museum pieces, and then that's all there is.
Okay, so we weren't scheduled to air, but we're going to talk about this a little longer. Can you guys find all the pictures and all the support for it? And let me kind of go backwards with you on the story. So in December, Jay and I launched a Hubei necklace today special. It sold out by well, we sold almost all of it by 2 a.m. and then a smattering of it in the morning, and then it was gone. Nobody for the entire rest of the day even got to see the Hubei.
We had
it was gone.
2.5 earrings.
2.5 earrings, it was gone. So here's what happened. In the process, while he was working for the December show, he was making this necklace and they didn't get it done in time. So they saved it for this really big visit, and that's what you're seeing. Now earlier, it was like 2-3 days ago, we put it on the air, Jay and I did, sold almost all of them. We now have 150 left. It's one of the most coveted, it's one of the most sought after. It's one of the rarest turquoise in the world because it has not been mined since the 70s. So let's figure out how in the world did you get your hands on this?
And this is, you can see the Chinese Oriental man there, Simon. Him and I go way, way back. He's like the godfather of that, and his last name is Chu. And the Chu family is the family that owned the Hubei claim, right? And then the man next to him is the first American. These are the American miners and American lapidarists, actually, that cut. And that's Simon there at the mine, and that's Hubei in the back. And this is in the 70s when they're there. And here's the thing that makes the Hubei material so unique and so different, is the Hubei material was the first turquoise material that came out of China. And it came onto the American market. It was American miners, American lapidarists that actually went and did it. That is the original mine. That was the living quarters where everybody lived. All the miners lived there. As you can see, nobody lives there now. Haven't for a long time. Do you know even the Chinese cannot go into this area? You have to have a special permit. The only reason Simon could go, and we'll have a picture of him. We should have a picture of him at the mine.
Okay, wait, let me give a quick update. Oh, sorry, we get no more time. Do not hang up, guys.
I still had a lot of story, guys.
It is a huge story. And unfortunately, we can't tell it.
A lot more story.
They're all like, it's like a cliffhanger.
Take those back. I have another 15 minutes to go.
That is now sold out, guys. Okay, and by the way,
guys, just so you know, the people that got that, you will never get that again.
Okay, and by the way, Harriet says the Hubei necklace is beautiful with like 3 hearts.
It's amazing.
It was. Okay,
it's amazing.
Now let's talk about another huge deal. This is such an awesome, awesome find. This is a brand new mine find. This is literally the first time it's ever been seen here on HSN, introduced to the world.
We're releasing
and we did it earlier today. It's called the Spiderweb Turquoise. Now we're down to how many of these left, Rick? I have, again, okay, I've got less than 200 left. You guys are gonna see this one sell out just like the Hubei did, because this one's really extra special. What I love is how you left the faceting kind of very organic looking. I thought that was awesome.
Well, you know, what I want to do is actually, this is my design and how I did it. And what I did, these are all big nuggets.
Huge, like look at this if it was a ring.
But think
like
about
a boulder.
this.
That's not a nugget, that's a boulder, Jay.
Every one of them though, these were all big natural nuggets. And what we did is we just took and we did this is what they call free-form faceting. Now, that being said, how they're polished like that, that's from the faceting when you facet them. This material is very hard. When you take it, do you feel the density on this?
Oh, it's amazing.
This isn't lightweight. Okay, the molecular structure of this turquoise is very, very tight. It's very extremely dense material. So that's good in several different aspects. It's heavy when you cut it, but here's the thing. because of that, because of the hardness, once you get the polish on it, it will stay polished. It's hard to cut it, it's hard to work with it, but it stays just like that, and it polishes beautifully.
Isn't it pretty? All right, so now we have another ring, and this is really by you guys. It's a customer request, because many of you said, hey, we just want to do some standalone pieces. And also, I think the color of this one, because it's Cloudy Mountain, looks great, Jay, back to our
right, okay, and this, okay, but if you look at this.
You gotta finish this. What is this? Really quickly, help me. It's a rhodochrosite, but turquoise. And where did this turquoise come from?
Okay, that wasn't Cloudy Mountain, though.
I know, but where did it come from? Because it looks beautiful together.
Oh, now you're.
Oh, look at that.
Now
Isn't
you're
that
giving
pretty?
me a test.
Hey, do you remember? I'll look it up. Anyway, but I want you to see these two together. We have 5 through 12, and this is also lowest price ever on the ring you're seeing right there. I think it looks beautiful, Jay.
I love it, but the thing with the, okay, so if you look at, are we talking about the ring?
We're talking about the ring, yeah.
Because you're confusing me.
I did, because I couldn't remember
I'm very
where the
easily
turquoise came
confused
from.
here. So if you look at the ring, though, this is Cloudy Mountain. What makes it so special? Again, this is one of those standalone designs. This was obviously made by one of our artists, actually designed by one of our group that truly is a great designer. And all the other artists, I'm the only one. Well, I've done things for galleries too. I mean, that's how I started. But they're truly to this day gallery artists. I mean, they make one of a kind pieces. I'm just like.